this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. So my Barbie, she wanted to go ice skating, and I decided to make her this cozy warm sweater and a matching winter hat. And this is quite an easy outfit to make. And we're going to make this sweater here in this tutorial, and make sure to check out the next video for the winter hat. I am using Alize Bella cotton yarn, the same one that I've been using before for my Barbie outfits. It's a great one. It's a fine size, category 2. So Alize Bella has 50 grams in one ball, 197 yards. I'm using white for the sweater and hat. One ball is more than enough. And my accent color, using pink Lion Brand Bomb Bomb. I have a small one left here. This is from the packet called Nature. It's the cotton Bomb Bombs. And my crochet hook for the sweater is 2.75 millimeters. And let's get started. And the sweater is worked all in one piece, using my main color, and then with the accent color yarn we're going to crochet the edge for neckline and sleeves. So start with slip knot, and we're starting with one of the sleeves and chain 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now chain one more, so total 16. That's going to be for the turning. And the first row, just single crochet in each chain. So it'll be 15 single crochet stitches on first row. And chain one and turn, starting second row. And we're going to work now the whole piece in single crochets in front loops only. So I'm not inserting hook through both, but this front loop only, and make a single crochet. So when the hook wants to go through both loops, make sure it's only going through this one and not the back loop. That's how we create the texture of the sweater. And I made 15 front loop single crochet stitches, row 3, chain 1 and turn, and just do the same. Go through front loops, make 15 single crochets, and repeat this. Make total of 12 rows for the first sleeve. And the first sleeve is made. The front loop single crochet stitches are creating these nice vertical stripes for the sweater. And next we're going to add 19 chains on both sides of the sleeve for the front and back. So here where I ended the sleeve, just chain 19 and chain one more for the turning. And now start single crocheting in a second chain from the hook, single crochet in each chain to have 19 here. And after the last single crochet in the last chain, continue on the sleeve edge and make single crochets in front loops only. So this is now here 15. And now on this side, do the same as here, chain 19 plus 1 for the turning and single crochet 19. And then we'll continue. And after these single crochets 19 here, continue the front loop single crochets as before all the way to the end here. You have by the way, total of 53 stitches across, and then I will show how many rows we have to continue before the neckline. And next we'll make 4 of these long rows, so 53 stitches. So go 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that's when we have 6 rows made here on this side, 5 here. So but we are back to this point, and then we'll make the 7th row. And I'm back here now. I do have 6 rows here on this side, so this is going to be our front, and I have 5 here, that's the back. Now the 7th, actually we need to make 1 more full row, so make another 153 stitches all the way to here. Then we're going to do a few rows of the back, then neck opening and back to the front. So 7th row from here, 53. And now I finished the 7th row. I'm going to now divide this next row, make 21 stitches to here, and then go back. That's the back of the sweater. And then 11 stitches will remain for the neck opening, 21 stitches for the front. But first we're going to make 21 here for the back. And now on this row, skip this part, instead chain 1 and turn and go back here, make 21 again. This is the back. And I'm back here, finish this row, and next row is different. Chain 1 first, single crochet these same 21 front loops, and next I'm going to continue here, so I will chain 11 for the neck opening and also skip 11 and then continue here. So first chain 11, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and count 11 stitches to skip. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and go into the next one. Again, do the front loop single crochets. Now to the end of this row, so 21 here, and the next row, chain 1 and turn, single crochet in each stitch here, and then also in each chain, and these stitches here. So when you count, you again have 53 stitches. And so here's my back, here's my front, and at this point now make 5 long rows back and forth, and that means you will have then 15 rows here for the back, and you'll see 14 for the front, and then we'll continue with last row of front and the second sleeve. So 5 more rows now here back and forth, 53 stitches. And now after completing these rows, I have 14 rows here on the front and 15 on the back, and the back is finished. And on the next row, we're going to do 19 single crochets here for the front. So that's the last row. And then we also have 15 rows for the front, just like for the back. And we also do 15 stitches here for the second sleeve. So next row, chain, turn, and now do front loop single crochets, 19 plus 15. And now leave these 19 stitches here unworked. We're going to continue with the second sleeve. And we need to do now, the first row is made, we'll make 11 more rows. Just like here, we have a total of 12 rows for the sleeve. So chain and turn, and do now 15 stitches back and forth. And after finishing the 12 rows here with the second sleeve, I discovered I actually have to add one more row. See, because when we did the first sleeve, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows, right? And then here we did the chains for the front, then came back with single crochets all across the sleeve. So that created the extra row, the 13th here for the first sleeve, and then we did change for the back. So that's why now I'm going to add one more row, 13, to be totally proportionate. So, and now I'm ready to cut off, and I'm going to leave a bit longer strand, longer tail, because I'm going to use that tail now to stitch the side. Well, we've folded, let's first fasten off. And then we fold it this way. So we can start stitching here the first sleeve and the side, and then we do the same on the other side. And I'm going to add a reminder here in the beginning that you can also start with a longer tail to use later on stitching this side. Then you just have less ends to weave in. And holding my work this way, I'm going to use a whip stitch to stitch this side. So it's just inserting my needle through both sides of the work. And now do this all the way down here. And then I'm just going to finish, just make a couple of more stitches the opposite direction. And then get some extra yarn if you don't have the long tail at the beginning, and do the same on the other side. So now looking at it on the right side, And next we're going to do the edges. First I'm going to do the bottom, and I'm using my main color. You are welcome to use your accent color if that's what you prefer. Making a slip knot, right side out. I'm going to join it near the side seam here. So that's the, so this is the, let's see, first row. Going to insert it in that row and make a single crochet. And I'm going to insert my hook with each stitch single crochet in a space at the end of these rows, and not the space closer to the edge but the next one, so that single crochet stitch will be a little bit longer. And so I'm stitching in into the end of each row. And I did 30 single crochet stitches around, and here is my first stitch. Going to slip stitch in it, and now continue slip stitching in each single crochet. So that's going to create this nice finished look for the bottom edge, and exactly the same as on the hat. And I finished the round. Here is my first stitch. I'm going to slip stitch also in that and then cut off. And next we'll do the edge for neckline and sleeves. And with my accent color, I'm going to join, made a slip knot and join on the back. See, that's a little wider opening we made. And let's see, so this is kind of the middle space here. Same thing, not in a closer space to the edge, but the next one. So here, and make the first single crochet stitch, and then go into the next, like we did the bottom, and also in the next here. So I made 3, and now I'm going to do the side part. I'm going to go in here. This is kind of like the corner, and into the next. And so here I'm going to insert hook in each of these spaces here. So I'm not skipping anything here. Getting to the front part. And now I'm down here at the corner. So I'm going to make one stitch here. Next, see the next space here. Then another one right next to it here. And next one I'm gonna do in here to continue on the other side. And again, just go into each of these spaces. And I'm now back here where I started. This is the last corner here. So make a couple more stitches for this. And one here. And slip stitch in the beginning one. And this is where I fasten off. I'm not going to add the last slip stitch round because it would make the neckline a bit too bulky. And I'm going to do the sleeve edge differently. So make a slip knot and find a space here by the seam and join it with a slip stitch here, and then go to the next space and make slip stitches. So I'm doing only slip stitches around in each space here between each stitch. And here's a little trick how to end this slip stitch round on a sleeve. So here I have just one more stitch to make to that beginning space, and I already cut off my yarn, so I have that tail, because now I want to pull it through here. So inserting hook through that beginning space, starting the slip stitch and pull it through the space and the loop, and then end it this way. So then you won't have another strand going over the edge here. So we'll just have that beginning one. And now make the second sleeve the same way, then weave in all the ends, and we can then try the sweater on Barbie. And here's my finished Barbie sweater. I found some cute little buttons to decorate it too, so that's optional. And I hope you have fun making your Barbie sweater. You will find the written pattern on my blog, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crocheting!